We are back. What's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of We Got Next. I am your young solo co-host for today, Hayes, aka Ayo Shifty. And we have a lot to talk about. I'll try to end up hitting all the points as soon as possible. Get into the topics that you all definitely are looking forward to end up hearing, listening to. A couple of surprises, a couple of things that we are going to be doing in the next episodes as we go forward. But without further ado, of course, you all see it's me today. So the one and only, hey, if y'all trying to hop on the show, come on, hop on the show. Steven can be the third co-host or the tri-host. But it'll be me. Steven's out there taking care of business. So we'll definitely have Steven hopefully next week for that. Just to go into some updates, because we always do the rundown. We start off with our hot topic, then we'll go into the finance and crypto stuff, then we close it up with sports, and sometimes we have a what you got. So just to start all of this off, the first thing is, so my recent Twitter spaces that I had, I appreciate everyone that ended up listening to it. We had 138 people come up for that one, which was huge and super dope to have everybody. We had the Ordinals, we had Bitcoin Foxes, and then we also had Ordinal Satoshis. Just having all three of them, they brought so many different ideas, viewpoints, and thoughts within everything. The Ordinals is amazing too. They all were good, but the Ordinals just kind of stuck out a little bit more. And the reason being is they just understood it. They got Ordinals. And that's something that not everybody can say. They were able to break down the inscriptions, the sats, the blocks, whether it was a vintage, PSAT, the various different ones that are out there. Of course, you have like a mother-daughter one or whatever. They have like random different ones. The palindrome, all of them. He was able to explain it, break it down, sub 100K because Ordinal Satoshi's on that. They were doing all of that. So that was something I was super excited about. On this next episode that we have on Monday, we do have Inscribable, Syndicate Network, and then we have Ordinal Misfits. So who is this? Oh, okay, dope. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just kind of seeing what's up with that episode. Getting into just like the hot take and everything. I have two hot takes. If you asked me before I was on the computer, I would have said, what the heck? Yo, Lucifer be out here saying some wild ass shit. This man Lucifer apparently got some messages and it said, hey, can we talk? They said, sure, what's up? The woman said, I'm pregnant. It's not yours. Then they said, thank God. Wild ass shit. But what I was going to end up bringing up, two things are OMB has been a big thing that people have been like talking about. And they just keep popping up. Now the new thing is the green eyes. First, it was like the blue eyes and you had the red eyes. And now they're going to release a bigger collection with the green eyes. The green eyes are supposed to be the ones that a lot of people will be able to go after. If you can get your hands on the green eyes, you better hold on to that. If I got a green eyes, I'm not selling it. That's going to be my profile picture and everything. Just going to tell you that straight up. But the topic I wanted to bring up, and we just have to talk about it now, I'll bring it up, of course, next week when we have Steven back on the show. But I did want to end up just giving props to the Denver Nuggets. So the Denver Nuggets won the NBA Finals 4-1. They did it in great fashion. There's nothing you can really say about them. They did everything right. Nothing you can hate. Yes, of course, people jokingly be annoyed with Aaron Gordon, but Aaron Gordon did what he needed to do. Michael Porter Jr. did what he needed to do. Caldwell Pope played his role. Jeff Green, Father Time, played his role. DeAndre Jordan, Christian Braun. I know Braun. Brown is what it really is. Jamal Murray and the Joker, Nikola Jokic. They all did what they needed to do. They played together. They were, from start to finish, they were the best team. Yes, they were good last year too, but this year they just played on a different level. And you could tell every single game, night in and night out, they were just the best team. And the best team ended up winning. The Golden Knights, Las Vegas Golden Knights won. They beat the the Florida Panthers. So yeah, the Florida Panthers lose to the number one seed in the West. And then you had the Miami Heat lose to the number one seed in the West. Two different sports. So that's something just to keep an eye on and pay attention to. Salute to both of those. franchises for end up doing it. Stan Kroenke just continues to win. That was kind of the hot take. Just wanted to bring that up. Of course, I'll touch on it again when we get to sports, but I do want to be able to save it for when Steven's on the show so we can dive deeper into that topic. Kind of going over into my world and my side of things, we'll talk about finance. And the first thing I want to talk about is NVIDIA. NVIDIA's been doing stupid numbers. I'm going to pull up their chart, but NVIDIA, they're at $429. All right. For context, at the beginning of this year, so they hit an all-time high after hours. They closed at 429.97. Then after hours, they went up to 431. If we just look at the year to date, it's insane. It's crazy. They started the year at $145. This is over a 2x. They just have been on a run. Like, they've just been going stupid. Their market cap is $1 trillion. So even if you cut that in half, that's 215. So they went over 100%. Just imagine if you put everything in NVIDIA. And I've been talking about NVIDIA last year. If you remember last year, it was NVIDIA. Right now, I would tell nobody to get in. If you're in it, good. I wouldn't get in it because you hit an all-time high at these points, it's going to pull back. Like, it's been on a moon mission. For stocks, this is in 6 months. Oh, you love to see that. If you get that in any type of market, oh, you love to see that. That's what you like to see. NVIDIA's been doing it. I've always been a big fan of NVIDIA. I hold NVIDIA. The other one out there is Apple. So their 52-week high was essentially like a couple of days ago. But yeah, their all-time high was June 5th. So they've been doing good too. You can't get mad at either of them. They've both been doing really good. And they always just say, like, of course, people say like two tech, two index, but throw in NVIDIA. We'll pay attention to what AMD does. I'll bring up AMD's chart just to mention that one. What? AMD, not AMB. AMD, if you guys can load, they hit an all-time high yesterday. So they've been running. They're at 127. What I would look to do, I wouldn't necessarily get into either of the chips right now. I would wait for them to kind of pull back because that's those two. The third one, I'm gonna look at TSM. Yep, Taiwan Semiconductor hit an all-time high as well. All of semiconductor ones have run. TSM is at $108 right now. They had an all-time high of 110. So they've been doing good. And you just have to give mad props to all the different semiconductors. That's all you can really say. Will there be a pullback? Like I mentioned before, yes. Another thing is the Fed announced interest rate numbers, and they're not raising anything right now. Things were kind of flat. It did pull back a little bit. But for them not to increase, and then for you to see what happened in the CPI, for it to come in lower than expected, both those are positive things. You like to see that. You like to see what's going on, that inflation kind of has topped out year over year, May over May. We'll see kind of how that goes going forward because, of course, the debt ceiling was pushed up, but of course, student loans is going to start back in August. So then this is when we'll start to see numbers. So 2024 is when you will be able to see the full impact of what is happening with everything. Because the employment numbers, the job employments, will people be able to keep their jobs? Will people be able to afford various different things? But it was 3 years, they were saying, since student loans were last in effect. So a lot has changed since then. I don't know. I know it's going to be a shift. A lot of people will have to refinance because a lot of different bills and things have come along since then. I'm also in the category of like student loans will impact me once this comes around. But so just wanted to end up talking about that as well. Another thing is Toyota's creating a next gen kind of battery for electric vehicles, something I think people should end up pay attention to, focusing on, and just looking more into. That's something. My other thing I wanted to talk about before I switch over into the crypto aspect of things is what the SEC's done. So the SEC has made a ruling and is going after Binance and Coinbase. They're going after both of those, and it then impacted the price of a lot of these. So Bitcoin pulled back. They said that you have to delist Matic, aka Polygon, and then you also have to delist like Solana. So they're classifying them in like the securities category. So we'll have to see kind of what happens when it comes to those. I personally don't believe that those should have been, but of course I was listening to some people, some were lawyers, some were not lawyers, and they were saying that it's a test and trial basis for the ones that are really trying to go after. And another thing you have to pay attention to is this Ripple lawsuit case is still out there. We need to see what's going to happen when it comes to Ripple, because they say if Ripple is not classified as a security, moon mission. But if Ripple is classified as security, shit's going to drop. Other thing is, I'll never forget, there's so many things within cryptocurrency that you see and you're just like, how? And when Ripple went on their mission to over $3, that was crazy to see. You'll never see that from Ripple again because the market cap is so high. For Ripple's market cap, they've chilled in the top 10 for so goddamn long. They're currently at number 6. They have a market cap of 25 billion. That's insane. A lot of these billions go all the way to number 42. So number 42 and up, they're in the billions, which is good. Over 100 billion market cap, only Ethereum and then Bitcoin. The overall market cap of cryptocurrency is, what is this? Can I click this? No. Overall market cap is 100 and what the heck? What are we doing? Is a 1.07 trillion, which is not bad. I'm trying to see if I can see the overall market. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna let me see it all, but yeah. So that's kind of the big thing over there. Oh, up here, found it. Yeah, so we hit a peak of we did. So November 9th, 2021, we topped out at 2.9 trillion. That's insane. And then before then, 2018, so that was 3 years difference. We can go to 2017. So it was 4 years. So then 4 more years. 2025 is when you should see another mission. I would say early 2025 is when shit should like pop off. So next year will be exciting. A lot of people will be buying, but the top probably will happen in early 2025. So we'll kind of see. But yeah, that's kind of the big thing over there within Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Oh, I was talking to Deep earlier in one of our different chats that we're in, and we both got into the wrong nullish collection. It's not the end of the world. I got out, but absolutely did take a fat L, like lost 50%. So that wasn't fun. But I'm looking to go back over onto the Solana side of things. There's going to be different things within Solana that I'm looking forward to, that I want to try and get into. Bitcoin Bees, I didn't find the one I wanted. So the hope is, because I was thinking Manny said something like different wallets. I don't remember. Maybe look to end up seeing what can I get in Solana and kind of just hold it there. Because this is the perfect time to get into different ones that you probably have wanted to get into that you never got into, that you thought, oh, we should end up selling. due to XYZ reason. Sorry, I was logging in. Because if you look like Zero Monkey Biz, I think that's a good one that people should look into. I am personally going to pick up one. I have an unprofessional, but I would say get a ZMB as well. Heard them talk. The Heist is another one. The Heist is at 13.85. And I think that that's something that is heavily slept on right now. And they're going to keep going. I think that they're going to hit 20. SMBs, I want to have money for that. And that's what I'm probably going to do. SMBs are currently at 200, but that Gen 3 is going to be coming out. So I think that's something else that people should be on the lookout for. Wolf Capital, I'm not really looking at. Oogies don't really care for. Fidelian, don't really care for. WGN Podcast, that's crazy that they're at a 20,000 and they have so little listed. I don't know. People just hold on to them shits. I can't really tell you. The Smiths are at 58, so they've been kind of just holding it there. Soul Casino's at 42. That's crazy. The Call of Saga, Print is up there. Bunnies. Not really seeing anything too attractive except the beginning. I'm getting a Heist today. That's one thing I will just tell you guys straight up that I'll get. I'll probably get a ZMB. That's probably what I'll do. So I'll probably get a ZMB. And I mean, the frogs are there, but I'm not in a great situation for the frogs. So probably a ZMB and the Heist are the two things I'll end up getting. Cleanosaurus is cool, but a lot of this ordinal stuff is taking over everything. Mad Lads is another one. Mad Lads is at 84. And I know that they're going to end up pushing. See if we can do this math. You want to do some math together, guys? I think it should be at, what is this? So Bitcoin's currently at 25,000. Probably going to continue to pull back. So that doesn't make sense to put all your capital into certain things. Let's see. So 25,200 times 0.06. We'll call it, so that's 1537. And divide that by technically got a good amount to work with. Probably I could, but if everything's falling, move that over to Solana, put it in USD, I would probably say. Because right now it's worth 105. That's easy enough for you to get like a Mad Lad. You can probably get a ZMB. Probably you can't get both. But you should be able to do a relatively decent amount if you want to. So yeah, I was on that for a minute. But I think that's something. Another thing, because this will make life easier, is Thorbot. So Cyberfrog has Thorbot. Love what Andy and them are doing over there. I think that's a big thing. Another thing is Crypto Wasta. So Crypto Wasta and the Wasta Corp, love them so much. I've seen them make a lot of profit and a lot of gains. I think that's something that a lot of people should continue to look out for. What are they doing? They ain't even comment on my ticket. God dang it. But yeah, I think Crypto Wasta, they're going to continue to do well. I don't even know if I have anything to talk to you guys about in terms of Crypto Wasta and what they're doing. Oh, he closed his print. I think he might just need to sell the other thing too. I don't even know which wallet this is in. Is it in this one? It is in this one. So I lost $2. So if I end up moving it over, so I'm gonna end up, let's see if we can sell this right here for you guys. Let's go to this one, but we're doing a 20 to 200 challenge. Watson said he's probably going to end up moving it over to Bitcoin because that's where a lot of the money is. My other thing is keeping some of your cash or capital in stables is probably smart right now. Yo, if Bitcoin ended up dropping in 20,000, that'd be so freaking dope. For me, if I could do this shit, man, I would be kind of excited if I can end up moving this over. Yeah. I think that should be right. I don't think I put that much in. But yeah, so just moving all my stuff back over so I have the capital for when this challenge continues. So that's everything with that one. A couple of things I think a lot of people should keep on the radar. So atomic ordinals is one that is going to have legs. The other one is, I think it's Fedora. Fagora Ventures is another one. I love those women-based ones. I was big on World of Women when they had theirs out. So of course I'm going to feel the same about Fagora. Another thing that I think people should look out for. What is shit about it? That's crazy. OXBT is at 6 cents. That's absolutely going to go down to like 5 cents. Not selling any of mine. What the fuck can I do? I'm already like at a super loss. But OXBT is one. Ordi is one. Ordi's at 614. So I kind of want to see if we can. People are calling for around $2. I personally, if we get 4, I'd probably hop in. So that's another one that I think people should look out for. And kind of switching this over now to a couple of different takes I want to talk about in terms of sports. First one, of course, Denver Nuggets. We'll talk about that next week on the show because I want to be able to go in depth with that with Steven. Other thing when we talk about the 1-1 surprise. Let's see. 3-0. God damn. Orioles, this is the one game I needed y'all to. Yo, Gunnar Henderson, you were up 4 times. They only had 4 hits tonight, and Henderson didn't have one of them. And I really thought I did good seeing what he was going to do. Clearly, that didn't work. Clearly, Marcus. And Semion's not doing good either. Like, I don't know what's up. He has been on a cold streak, too. Like, not even one of those, like, kind of. He just has not been doing good at all. Also, I didn't hit the brave button, so I don't know why you. Oh, I guess you want to go think I click rewards. I didn't click rewards. Sager, there's only been 2 hits tonight. And it's 1-1. Oh, it was off a Tavares home run. Ohtani has a hit. Ohtani's keeping his streak alive. That's impressive too. Does De La Cruz at least have? Dang, McLean's doing good. De La Cruz, no. These people, I don't even know what to tell you. It's some of them. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about in terms of sports. Yeah, that's baseball. I try to bring up baseball here and there. I do a lot of sports betting with baseball, so that's kind of why I'll touch on it. Oh, of course, Hayes gets a hit. It's crazy how that works too. Fascinating. Can't believe that one either. NHL, we brought that up with the Golden Knights. So I think the final thing is nothing has happened yet with John Morant, but the big topic is they think that something's going to come down relatively soon when it comes to John Morant. We'll see how that ends up going as well. Finally, our goal is for the next 8 weeks, and that'll take us up till NFL preseason almost. And each week we're going to talk about another division. So we'll talk about the NFC West, NFC East, NFC North, NFC South, do the same thing. We'll discuss like the rookies. We'll discuss some of like the more prime players. We'll even start to go in depth on certain contract situations. So for example, whatever's happening with Stephon Diggs, saying he wants to go, saying he's going to stay. whether it's what's happening in Minnesota, how good Justin Jefferson is, Saquon in the NFC East. If we go over to the AFC, what running back are the Dolphins going to end up rocking with? All of that stuff. So we're going to touch on everything, and we'll start to dive deeper into that, because this is kind of like the dog days. And we always bring that up and say that in terms of this time of the year. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what goes on during the summer. I'm excited. I have a lot invested in terms of the NFL season. So between whether it's the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Ravens, the Jaguars, all of them, I want to see them do well. And if one of them can go to the Super Bowl, or if one of them gets bro, if any of those teams can beat out, I don't think it's going to happen though, but if any of those teams can have a home game, just one home game, that would be dope. I know the Ravens should have a good year. I'm looking forward to the Jaguars. I put a lot in the Jaguars because of what they did last year. So if we can get one home game, Jags, that'd be great. And then just seeing kind of what you guys do next year too, be dope. So that's all I ask. Would you rather, we'll say for next week. Other than that, I appreciate you guys rocking with us this week. Thank you for tuning in on Mondays. I love having you all on that show too. Until next time, we have a lot in store for you all. Hopefully our shirts come in too, because we got some dope ass shit that I want to end up showing you. We out.